You guys, I was muted. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Are you guys excited for today? I'm super excited. Hey, Vicky, I seen you said you were going to be listening and mowing the lawn. I believe, is that what you said? Well, I need to get my yard clean because we got a lot of weeds out here. We don't have grass in the front. We have like the rocks, but we get the weeds out here, and we're HOA out here. So anyone who has HOA, bleh, you know I say that. How's everyone doing? It is early. It is 8 a.m. here in sunny I was going to say California. In Arizona, 82 degrees right now. I got my coffee too. Hey, Rose. She said, I thought you were getting coffee. I did. I got it. It was already done. I just had to pour it. Hey, Amelia. Good to see you. Carly, good morning. Hey, Delana. I'm glad to see you. Darlene says, HOA sucks. Cassie says, it's 10 a.m. here. So just so you guys know how we're going to do this today, we already know that AWP dropped their video this morning. I believe they did at 6 a.m. And I'm sure everybody has already watched it and stuff. So I'm going to be playing it for you guys. I am going to be stopping it and giving you guys my own commentary just for YouTube reasons. And if you want to watch it without any interruptions, then please head over to AWP and watch it there. But I will be going over things. And I do want to just give a little disclaimer and mods, if you can just make sure people realize this. I'm a true crime channel. This is a discussion channel. So what does that mean for me? I love channels that are open for discussion about the true crime case. What does that mean? That means that we'll talk about things that sometimes will make us feel uncomfortable. We'll look at things that we're like, ee, you know what I mean? So today's video, what we're going to watch, it could be a little bit triggering for some. I've already seen some people say some comments, the part where they're in the water, the diver's in the water, Nick, and it's blurred out. They don't show anything, but it's blurred out. And he confirms that, there's human remains. So that's going to be shown. Of course, you can't see it, but some people are saying you can see it. I've looked at it and I've analyzed it with some people. So just know that if any of that is uncomfortable for you to look at, and I feel like this, the video it can be a little tear jerker for some. So just trigger warning. Okay. So just want to say that before we even start with it. I do have my notes here, and I think I will drop the link if anybody wants to come up and watch with me. That would be fine. Just make sure you mute your device. And then once I stop the video and we discuss it, then you can unmute and we'll discuss it. But it's up to you guys. If nobody wants to, then it's totally fine. But I just thought we can do that too. Hey, Scott, thanks for being here. Tony Smith, he said, I spotted truly hard. Yep. Yes, there. And then also I did watch Carly. What's the producer's name of AWP or their camera guy? I did watch his little short interview he did with a different channel, and he said that there was a lot of them in there. I believe he said like a 6-pack. He seen like a 6-pack in there. So there was a lot of those Trulies in there. Carson, yes, thank you, Carly. That's the camera guy, right? Like camera guy / producer. And he said that there was like a 6-pack in there, and there was more than just that one can in that in the vehicle. And I believe we said Trulies were about like 5%. But you got to remember, these are younger kids. She's young. She's 16. Think about when you were younger. What did you start with? I started with beer. I can't believe I'm even saying that. But yeah. So, hi, Sunny. She says, Kylie looks just like my daughter. Aw, I felt that way with the Gabby Petito case. I felt like Gabby just reminded me so much of my daughter, the way she just was so wanting to just find herself and just live life and experience life. And she had just so much love for everybody. Oh my gosh. And then the light hair. So definitely reminded me of my daughter. Hi, Matthew. Oh, thank you for that. Yes, my favorite girl on YouTube is live. Love and respect from the UK. Well, thank you so much for that comment, Matthew. And I know Rose with Thorns is in here. Yeah, and they also said the diver Jez mentioned that there are shoes. He says, I can see shoes. And when we get to that part, you guys, so when he says he can see shoes, were the shoes, Rose, do you see like the shoes are like floating? Or I know this is graphic again, we're going to just discuss it, but were they like, was she wearing them? That's something, because he doesn't say he sees her then. Remember, he has to go all the way to the other side, and then he says he confirms that he does have human remains. But I did wonder, like, I wonder if he meant like shoes were on her, or he just seen shoes floating, or he couldn't tell. Yeah. And then when after I started last night, I was saying too with the Trulies in the vehicle, I was like, I'm like, and I told Carly this. I was like, but okay, you're 16, you're drinking, you don't want your parents to know you're drinking. I was like, why are they still in the, why is it still in the vehicle? Why is the drink still in the vehicle? I would have just thought she would have tossed it at the party, but Carly made a good point. Maybe she would have tossed it on the way, or maybe when she got home she would have tossed it. But I was just like, if she was gonna just drive home, then why didn't she just, I don't know. I was like, why are they still in the vehicle? But she could have just not had a chance to do it yet. Hey, Boo Sheet, how are you? Boo, does your name mean anything? Fun fact, my boyfriend's nickname growing up with his family is Boo, so they all call him Boo Boo. I know, funny, huh? I do not call him Boo Boo. But I told him, oh, there's someone on there named Boo, and he was like, oh shit. And I showed him your name, and he's like, I wonder if there's a meaning behind it. Amanda Page says, I've got 18 and 17-year-old myself. My heart is broken. Yeah, my older one is 17, so this is a case that was definitely discussed here. Hey, crazy mama. She says, I think her shoes was on her, in my opinion. Yeah, he didn't say feet. Yeah, he says he's seen shoes. And then I seen Amanda S. Vita was up in here too. You saw what looked to be a charger cord. Well, I did take screenshots yesterday, so we can look at those too after. Or if you notice it, you guys can point out to it. I know yesterday it was kind of hard for me to really concentrate on chat, but today I'm really going to try to concentrate on it. That's why I have my camera off. I feel like when the camera's on, I'm focused on like the stream and not lagging and all of that stuff. But when the camera's off, I feel like it runs smoother. Hey, crazy. Hey, Scott. Her feet shoes could have been particularly visible from the, yeah, true, very true. And then he swam over to the next side, and that's when he seen her body. Did you guys all seen it, watch it this morning? For the ones who didn't pay for the membership, have you guys all seen it? All right, let me make sure the stream is running good. Delana, did your son win his game? I don't know if you, I don't think you were, I think when I asked you, it hadn't started yet. Hey, Matt, I think I seen Matt pop in. Good morning, Matt. How are you doing today? Crazy Mama says, yes, she watched it when it came out. What were your initial thoughts? Well, this time around, you guys, for the people that didn't watch it from members only, they did take out a portion of it. They took out, and I'm interested to see if they took out the whole thing, because I haven't rewatched it this morning since they did the cut. I only watched the members one. But I am interested to see. They did say they were going to cut out the portion of where they call the family. They call the aunt and they call the grandmother because that's who their point of contact was. So they called. It's recorded on the first one, and you hear it's a tearjerker when you hear it. I know I teared up when I listened to it the first time. I know a lot of people that told me they teared up. It's just heartbreaking to hear a family get the news that their loved one has been found. It's just really hard. So they cut that out of respect for the family. I guess someone from the family contacted them and asked them if they can remove that because it is an intimate moment. There is speculation from people that are thinking it was removed. The family want to remove for other reasons, but that part has been removed. And I wonder, do they still show when dad finds out and grandpa finds out? Do they cut that part out too for the people that watched it this morning? Is that still there, or they don't show when AWP showed? Hold on, guys.
You got the paper for my Spanish class?
Which one? Hold on, guys. Which one? Okay.
I'll be back.
It's still there. So, okay, totally cut. They cut the dad showing up. Oh, wait. So Carly says they cut it all. Okay, well, we're going to see right now. The call has been removed, but dad is still there. Okay, so they cut that part. Hey, Mama Bear. She says back again this morning. All right, so I'm just going to drop the link right now in chat. If anybody wants to come up, you guys can more than welcome to come up. And then I'll drop it again midway. And then, and then I'll drop it again at the very end. So if anybody wants to come up just at the end, but let me check the poll. Okay, so I put a poll up in chat. Make sure you guys vote for it. There's 79 votes right now. It's going up, but I hate this thing. Go away. It says the roadside. So the guy from the roadside, the girl he saw, do you believe it is Kiely? 24% of you right now, 25, it is moving up, say yes, that you believe that the girl, the tow truck guy, roadside assistant dude seen is definitely Kiely. And then 46% of you are saying no. And then 29% of you are not sure. Okay, so it looks like a lot of you so far out of the ones who have voted are thinking, no, that is not Kiely. All right. Let me just share this really quick, and then we can get started. Okay. All right. The link is there for anybody that wants to come up. Oh, really? I don't know if that's true or not. Another YouTuber channel today, someone said Jagger was in a hospital today. Has anyone heard this? Oh, I haven't heard that. That's heartbreaking if that is true. To 4K. How do you do that? Oh, Scott, is that really you? I gotta make sure. Let me see. Scott in chat, is that you? Say yes in chat. Because, okay, you can come back up if you want. I'm just making sure, Scott. You want to go outside? All right, Scott, I'm going to add you to the stream and I'm going to let my dog out and then we're going to start watching. So let me add you to the stream.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to mute myself, but I'm only here in case people want to discuss stuff. I'll just respond.
Okay. Okay, let's go. All right, let me let my dog out. Hold on, guys.
But while she's letting the dog out, how's everybody doing? It's nice to see so many people being so vigilant and coming to these lives and constantly giving theories and outlooks. No theory should ever be frowned upon. all of these theories are important because it's different outlooks that maybe we didn't even have.
Okay, just let me know. Just let me know. All right, guys, let's get started. Okay, how to let the doggy out. All right, let me mute myself and then.
An autopsy confirming
specialty search and rescue.
The Nevada County Sheriff Coroner.
The search for Kiely began.
She had a guy with her. She was asking me really weird questions, like in the sense of how do you put on your seatbelt?
Now we know we probably have a tied up. This drop is a big drop.
A mother is missing her 16-year-old daughter. We need to find her, bring answers to this family.
We need to go get suited up.
Tonight, the weeks-long search for missing teenager Kiely Rodni ended just yards from where it began.
Call the authorities. Kiely Rodni was last seen August 6, 2022. She was driving a silver 2013 Honda CR-V, license plate number 8, Yankee Uniform Romeo 127.
16-year-old Kiely Rodni was last seen at a 300-person end of summer high school party in the Tahoe National Forest that stretched from Friday night into the early morning hours of Saturday. Authorities have conducted search efforts since then, including dive teams that entered Prosser Creek Reservoir on Wednesday, looking near the shoreline for signs of Rodni or her vehicle, but they found no clues to lead them to Rodni's whereabouts. Police said she last spoke with her friends and family shortly after midnight on August 6th, and her phone was turned off around 12:33 a.m. Law enforcement has expressed frustration at the lack of viable tips, and that few of the 200 to 300 people at the party are coming forward with information. So we just got out of Best Buy after picking up some supplies here in Reno, Nevada. We're on our way to work the Kiely Rodni case just down the street in Truckee, California. And Nick, a longtime supporter, fan of ours, appreciate you for coming up to us, possibly has some information in regards to the Kiely Rodni case. So why don't you explain a little bit about what you may have run into?
So my name is Nick. I work at an emergency roadside assistance program. I got a call up in Truckee, Boca, for a battery call. So pretty much that means that the vehicle can't start. So I went en route up there, found the vehicle. At the time, I didn't realize that this was a situation until later on. But
let me stop you right there. Yeah. You said you went to Boca.
Yes, sir.
So over near Boca Lake.
Yes, sir.
So not Prosser Lake, Prosser Creek Lake.
It's right by Prosser Creek.
Yeah, so just north. So you went to Boca.
At first, when I went there, I realized after my test that everything was working great on the vehicle. At that point in time, I did notice that she was very hesitant and very skeptical on everything that was going on. She was asking me really weird questions, in the sense of how do you put on your seatbelt correctly? And like, okay, and she asked me to show her on how to connect it to like her actual belt. After that, she was stating on how she was there all night and she couldn't get her vehicle started due to the fact that now we both realized it was in neutral. She was wearing a sweatshirt, so it looked like.
Okay, so you see, Brittany, so you see how he's saying that.
My mom going to school.
All right, bye. I love you. Have a good day. Text me when you get on the bus.
Okay.
So he's saying that her strange behavior was the whole seatbelt thing. If he can show her how to put a seatbelt, and we talked about this yesterday, and I don't know about you guys. I feel like everybody knows how to put a seatbelt on. So it's just, some people think, oh, she possibly was on drugs, or this person was on drugs. Other people think possibly she was trying to signal she might need help. But basically, she's asking him if she can show her how to put a seatbelt on, and that she was there all night. What do you think, Scott?
I still revert back to the 911 phone call that a woman made ordering pizza. And they were like, no, you got the wrong number. She's like, no, I want pepperoni. And they were like, oh, I see what you're saying. I think these were motions of, I know a lot of people think it was a distraction and they were trying to keep him occupied. But to me, it seems like a girl that's begging for help. And to be honest, he even thought that after she went missing.
See, I can see that now that you explain, like we've talked about it. So what Scott thinks, like he's saying, she might have been trying to signal to him to get his attention. And
here's
then
an important part. I don't mean to interrupt you, but
yeah,
let's say the guy was a stranger that just looked like Jagger. Because, you know, when you were a kid, everybody can say this, you always wanted to fashion yourself in accordance to what's in style or your friend types. Now, Kiely has a type, and maybe this shaggy-haired guy that looks a lot like him was there. They get in the car. He's like, if you message your mom, we can stay out later. She says, I'm going to be a little bit later. He takes her phone, turns it off, demands she drives away. And when they reach a certain point, she says, I have to use the bathroom. And he's like, don't try anything. I have a gun. So if maybe he had a gun and she didn't want an innocent guy to get killed, she was just hoping that Nick would have thought about it and said, I'm going to call the police.
So Jacqueline said that when she was on mushrooms, she thought she was in a Batmobile, I think she said, yeah, and couldn't work the seatbelt. But he's going to be asked, though, keep this in mind, he is asked if he thinks she was on drugs, and he doesn't say yes. He doesn't say that. He says that she looked like she had a hard night. So I'm wondering, it seems to me like if she was able to communicate with him just fine, but she was just saying really bizarre things. I don't know. That's what I took this as. And then it being in neutral, I mean, this is something that I just don't understand. How can this girl, because we don't know if this is Kiely. There's been no confirmation that this is Kiely, but this girl, and then you have a guy there. How do they both not know?
So I have a theory behind that too. So the guy who's trying to make her drive, he's keeping a watch out for other people that could see the vehicle. And if she stopped and said, I have to pee, or whatever the reason was to stop, when she got back in, she has all-wheel drive. When she puts it into neutral, all she has to do is sit there hitting the gas going, something's wrong. Something's wrong with my car. He's not going to say, did you shift it into drive? That's like common knowledge. So for somebody who's a criminal, they're not going to look at the stick to see if it's in neutral. They're going to be like, well, what could be wrong? And she's probably like, I've only had this car for a month. I don't know. I'm scared. And after hours and hours of sitting there with him saying, try it again. It's not moving. Try it again. It's not moving. We're just sitting here. He's like, use my phone. She was probably like, can I use my phone to call for roadside assistance? And he's like, use mine. So she called Nick. Nick tried to call her. It went to voicemail because her phone had to have been powered off. She already charged it before 12 a.m. So for this person, he's not paying attention to the stick. He's paying attention to everything else around him, wondering why the car is not going, looking at the dash. And finally, the Nick shows up and she's trying to drop hints. And when he walks around the car to join her, she quickly runs to the other side. It's kind of like, look at me. I'm trying to tell you. I can't tell you because this dude has a gun or a weapon. and I don't want you to get hurt, but look at me. I'm evading him. I look like I just went through hell, and it's 11 a.m. in the morning. Doesn't that tell you something? Then she's like, boy, this guy's stupid. Can you show me how to fasten my seatbelt properly? That's just all the call signs of, hey, dude, hello.
See, I personally, I get what you're saying, and that can totally be, but I personally just don't think this was Kylie though. But someone said in the chat, Scott, can you go back to the 911 call? No, so you're gonna have to explain that. They think that has to do with this actual case.
No, it doesn't. So in the past, there was a woman who was being held captive in her home, and she was about to like meet her demise. She knew this clearly. And she was like, everybody's talking about how they're hungry and everything. And she said, I'm going to order a pizza. And they're like, no, you're not. And she goes, I'm just going to order a pizza so we can eat. She called 911 and she started acting strangely, ordering a pizza, just saying things while he's trying to interrupt her. And then he finally.
Scott, you're cutting out.
So how many people are there? Is it a small amount or a large amount? She's like, I want a large. So she was dropping the hints and acting like she was ordering a pizza. And the girl that was with the car that night was obviously distressed. If I personally saw that within the first few moments, I would have realized something, went to dispatch. I would have said, hey, there's some weird stuff going on here for a girl at 11 a.m. with her car stuck in neutral, and there's nothing wrong with it. He even said it 100% was fine. So can you send authorities over here, because I don't feel safe. That's how I would have responded.
Bushi makes a good point. Yeah, so just everyone is clear, the pizza thing had nothing to do with, he was just referring, kind of, that's what he took it as, like a different case though. But Bushit says, why stay there all night if they thought it was the battery, when there was a lot of people who could have assisted? I agree with that. How she says that they were there all night, this person, and he even states in a little bit that there were people nearby. Hold on, let me hit play for this. Hold on.
She has been there for quite a while.
What color was the sweatshirt?
It was a gray sweatshirt.
Gray sweatshirt. Was it dark gray or light gray?
It was light gray.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, there was a guy there that was with her at time being. He was wearing a black San Francisco flat top ball cap facing forwards, brown hair that's sticking out just a little bit on the sides. It was kind of like they were both kind of at unease is what it looked like for me, like as if either they had a crazy night or a crazy day, or there's something going on I couldn't know, and at the time I didn't realize what was going on. But other than that, he was a thinner built guy is the best way I could put it, with a bro tank, and it was white bro tank. He had some freckles on his face, or maybe it was acne or whatnot, but it was on both sides of his face. He was also a little bit shorter than me, so I'm 6'3".
In hindsight, you're realizing all of this. When do you think that this took place? Was it before, during the day, after she disappeared?
To be honest with you, it's either right after she disappeared or right before she disappeared.
Okay.
But it was around noonish, 11 o'clock in the morning when I got out to her. During that period of time, after the period, I told her that I was going to leave, and I hope you have a great day. Vehicle, I told her to keep it running for a couple of hours to obviously make sure everything's working good on the vehicle, charging system wise. At that point in time, then I left, and then a week later is when I saw at a coffee shop that she was gone.
You saw this on a flyer or something?
Yeah, but then everything spiraled out of control, and I got in contact with the detective and tried to do everything I could, and then I saw you guys.
Okay, so I need to know, do you guys think this is Jagger? Put a 1 in chat, 2 if you don't. I should have added that for the poll. I was going to say that too, and I didn't. I put just for Kylie. So do you guys think this is Jagger? 1 in chat, 2 if you don't. Do you think this is Jagger, Scott?
I cannot say that it's Jagger. I would have put a 2. The reason behind that is we don't know his alibi, first off, and second, he was supposedly with his dad. So, and I know parents will lie for their kids, the majority of parents, not all, but we don't know that factually. But what we do know is simplicity. So when you were 14, 13, 12, well, I should say 14, 15, 16, 17, boyfriends would always have their baseball caps and their, pullovers and their hoodies, and lots of women collect both hats and hoodies. if I was Jagger, I could have left multiple hats in her car, especially since it's something I wear all the time. I can leave one in her vehicle, switch it off anytime I want. So whether or not this guy was her, well, more than likely her type, it might not have been Jagger because she's looking for a guy with shaggy hair. And of course, Jagger could have left his hat in the vehicle at one point or another. And if you have one San Fran hat, you have multiple, just like I had like 12 Lakers hats.
And this is Northern California. So I mean a lot of girls and guys have SF hats out there. I know Valerie has a SF hat. You know, a lot of people have them. I'm Southern, so I don't have an SF hat LA, but you know, it's not like, ooh, there was like this SF hat. I think it's because we've seen the photo of him with it on. So a lot of people think it was him. See, I personally, I do not think it was Jagger. I know it sounds like it is him, but I don't think it is him. Or maybe I'm just still holding off for more information, I feel like. Or if it is him, then I feel like law enforcement, like I said yesterday, if this audio, if this footage law enforcement have seen, and this was actually Jagger, and this was actually the day of Saturday morning, and if it was Kiely, well, guess what? We would not be talking about it right now. I feel like we
exactly.
There would be a
100%.
different outcome of it that we would not be discussing, trying to figure out if it's him or not. So I feel, based off of, since law enforcement has never seen, hey, there was the last sighting of her in Boca, you know, and Jagger's been brought in for questioning. You know what I mean? There's been nothing like that. So I don't think this is Jagger. Now, is the day of it being Saturday? Possibly, but I personally just don't think it is, just based off of, if it was, we wouldn't be talking about this right now the same way we are. That's just how I feel about it. And then, yeah, that's just me.
Well, regarding Bushi, don't forget she had a question. So picture yourself as a person who is in distress, somebody that might have a weapon, has you in your vehicle, and they make you drive from the party after they take your phone and turn it off to Boca. Now, that's just pure speculation that's what I'm saying. Speculation 100%, not real. It's not factual. But assume for a moment you meet a guy. You guys are having a great time. He says, can't you stay out later? And she says, yes. So she messes her mom and she goes, look, mom said yes. He takes her phone, turns it off. He says, drive. They go to Boca, which is pretty far from the camps, from the place of the party. She pretends her car breaks down. The reason she's there all night is just because she pretends her car is not working doesn't mean she has a chance to run. So she's going to sit there, and the act is real. You pretend all the way until help comes. And she thought roadside assistance might have been the help. That's why she stayed there from midnight until 11 a.m. And all the people, we don't know if they just arrived to go fishing, boating. That we don't know how long they were there. He just said he saw people in the background. But you're not going to yell, hey, this guy with a gun's trying to kidnap me. And then he shoots everybody. You know, so she was trying to keep it as discreet as possible, in my opinion.
True crime on my no, Scott. Look at on Zav's channel. AWP said they got a positive ID on the make. I don't recall them saying they got a positive ID on the vehicle. I know they got a positive ID of who the guy was, but not the make of the car. Am I wrong, or do I need to go back later and re-listen to that?
No, you're correct, and there's a reason for that. I think the reason that Nick, the tow truck guy, he's extremely 100% believable. When you watch him, there's nothing that indicates he's telling a lie or making up a story.
I don't think he's lying. I mean, if he's lying, he's the most stupidest person in the world, because one, you're putting your face out there, and two, your company out there. So company is not going to have an employer's back if they're lying about something like this. So I think he's lying.
I think they all have to be precautious due to police what's released. Remember, she went missing on one day. He saw her supposedly that day. A week later, he sees the flyer. He's not a true crime person. He's not like us, where we're watching the news and we're looking for stuff. So he saw this a week later, reaches out to authorities. Jared said, that stuff's on lockdown. But then later in his interview, with Zav Girl, he's like, we've already confirmed the person visually. Yeah. So they've already seen it, because Adventures with Purpose got there 1 week after Nick went to police. So everybody already knows. And plus, when Adventures with Purpose, Doug, when he first announced that they arrived, he's
You're cutting out, Scott.
because authorities had informed us to go to that location first. So authorities told him to go there. Nick was just happened to be at the Best Buy or something that they went to. And he said, look, I have information that might help. So they already had that footage. Nick follows them. He just happened in quotations. I think he intentionally went there to see AWP because he had the information.
Yeah, I think so too. So this is something that we've been looking at last night. It's funny that Carly mentions it right now because me and Scott were looking into it. So that Nathaniel guy has moles all over his face, just saying. He seems like he does. He seems like he does have moles. I mean, from the photo I seen, it's a video of him in his arraignment. They show half of his face. So it does look like he might have a couple of moles. I don't know. I actually started thinking some stuff last night with him, but I don't know if I want to get too deep into that today. But yeah, I don't know. That's the guy that got arrested. He's 20 years old. He was arrested out in Rogersville, I believe it was.
Yeah, but he was brought back to place.
Rogersville High School. I guess a girl died out there, and he was selling fentanyl, right? Fentanyl pills. He was selling fentanyl pills, and he was arrested. She died, I believe, a year ago, and he was arrested for it. So, yeah, I don't know.
A lot of the creators that are spreading this, they think that he was Kylie's boyfriend and stuff. Well, I looked at a bunch of information, including SF, and we were up until 4 a.m. exchanging information. Well, I was. You weren't. You're 3 hours behind me.
Yeah.
But SF Investigates pointed out the fact that Nate, who of course Crazy Crime Chick said was more possibly Mag's boyfriend, who she
wasn't Nate Mag's boyfriend? Let's see who remembers this in chat.
Right. And I think that because Placer put up that notice saying we're gonna taking a side note from Kylie's case, we arrested so and so. I think because they saw Nathaniel and they heard the name Nate, that they immediately went, oh my God, it's the same person. And everybody's just assuming that he's part of the case. I don't think it is, though.
Yeah, no, Buttercup. We're not saying this is rumors. So we have to make sure what we're saying is like rumor, speculation, or our opinion. No, it was rumored. Some channels were saying it, and I've seen it in the group before, that people are trying to say that this Nathaniel guy was Kylie's boyfriend, but there's no proof of that whatsoever.
Correct.
No proof of that. Yeah. All right, let me hit play.
We know we probably have a tie to Boca, which already on my radar. Do you know who placed the call to your roadside company?
So I can't get details. Calls don't go through me. They go through
dispatch. So you don't have. So when you were digitally dispatched, did you call them to say you were coming, or you just showed up?
I did call and nothing went through. It went straight to voicemail. Yeah.
Do you know if she had a phone on her at the time?
She did state that her phone was dead, she used whatever guy, whoever this was, she used his phone. So that's how she did get in contact.
And what was, you mentioned like she was asking funny questions and acting weird.
Granted, I at the time I didn't realize again. That
Yeah. I mean, I've been in the towing industry my whole life, so you see a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of weird stuff, and it's actually pretty normal. So I can see why at the time it's just a normal call.
She kept on going over that, like how do you like secure your seatbelt firmly and do it correctly, and that's
when she was asking this. Was the guy that she was with right there too?
He was on the opposite side of the car.
So he could hear the conversation as well?
Every single time the guy would come over to us, she would go on to the other side. And it was just like a back and forth, like a tag team. Better to say, like one person would come over, she wouldn't stay near him, and then it would go vice versa. Or if we were at the front of the car going about the battery and talking about the battery, he was always on one side, she was on another. They were never close to each other.
She was uncomfortable. Yeah. Because, that screams awkwardness and someone being uncomfortable, and when in that scenario scenario, if he was there with her, he should have been right next to her. If not, dealing with you the entire time and not her. Did she seem high or intoxicated or?
I thought.
And Midwest Mama, Mama, that's not what it said. Midwest, she says, wait, maybe Meg's BF is Ross. Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe you are right. I could be wrong. You're right. And what's Nate's last name? True Crime with Shannon. I'm not sure, but I know they were trying to link this Nate guy up with some stuff. And for anyone that's unclear, Nathaniel, no, it is just rumored. I want to make sure I make that clear. It is rumored that he was Kylie's BF.
Right, 100%. It's just a rumor. Other creators had done like quick videos on it, but they didn't have anything to back it up. There is one thing that Busheet said that I want to like just add on to. Okay. So she said it make no sense, and the reason people thinks it makes no sense that searchers went in the water, they looked for her for 19,000 hours all around the place, and they didn't find her. The fact is, nobody knows when she went in the water. So remember, the searchers began like 3 days after or 2 days after, and they only spent 3 days in the water or 2 days in the water. We're not sure which, because people videotaped it, but they weren't just swimming all the time. So nobody knows exactly when her car was
also
in the water.
Too, I don't want to interrupt you, but also too, they would have like, when, you know how they started, I forgot when Placer started posting on their social media, their Facebook, when they would post literally how many hours they had, you know, in the air, on the ground, what they were doing. And then it would say like for divers in the water, it would say like one diver. And I'm like, whoa, one diver in the water? That's crazy to me. But yeah.
Right. But also her car might not even have been there at the time. Nobody knows her exact time of death. They just know she disappeared after the party and her phone was turned off at 12:33 or 12:30.
See, I agree with Cassie because, see, you guys, I don't think this is, see, Scott, let's make this clear. So Scott believes that, in his opinion, that he thinks that this story of this chick with, you know, trying to say with her seatbelt and reference to that. And even this part right here, how the tow truck guy says that, you know, the whole time the girl didn't want to be, it seemed like the girl did not want to be near the boy. So every time, whatever side the girl was on, the boy was on, the girl would not be on. So if the girl was talking to the truck driver and the guy went over there to the side, the girl would go to the opposite side. Like it seemed like she did not want to be near him at all. So he also believes that that's just a way of her feeling uncomfortable, not wanting to be around him. But see, I don't think Scott's theory on this part, I don't think that is even the case, that this girl was trying to signal for help, because I agree with Cassie. I could understand the asking for help, and I get that too with the seatbelt, if she had used it as an opportunity to whisper help or something. But not only that, I feel like since this girl was near the guy, the tow truck guy, and the guy wasn't near, I'm going to call him a boy so it doesn't get confusing. So the boy wasn't near the girl and the tow truck. You would think she would make eye contact with her. He's talking to her, and people, when they talk to each other, they look at each other eye to eye, especially a tow truck pulling up there. I would think she would make signals with her eyes. She would try to say help, whisper help, or even just move her mouth with help. So she seems to be having these opportunities with him with the whole seatbelt thing, but yet she don't signal with her eyes or whisper or even just move her mouth and say help. So that's why I don't know. I'm not going there. That's just me.
So as a fellow guy, to all the men out there, when we're talking to somebody's assumed girlfriend, because that's why would two people be together looking like they just got shot out of a party, you try not to do that. You try not to make it look like you're flirting with the girl or whatever. You try to make it seem as professional as possible. He could be just one of those guys that looked in the car and said, hey, this girl's dumb. Her car was in neutral this entire time. So he's not even going to look at her. To him, she's just dumb. So for her, yeah, she was. And when you say, hey, can you help me with my seatbelt? Help me fasten it. Help me she was asking to help. She was hoping this guy was smart enough, but he was a guy who admittedly, he states, yeah, I drove down the road, then parked and called my girlfriend and told her this whole story. That's a guy saying, hey, I just met with the stupidest girl on the planet, and this is what it was like. So for him not looking at her directly while talking, and you could see mechanics do it all the time. They look at the ground, they look at the vehicle. They don't always make eye contact unless you work in like the retail industry where you have to talk directly to somebody. This guy was just coming to help a car, and he looked, saw it, and was like, stupid, a little kid.
Norma makes a good point too. She says she mentions the seatbelt question, but what about the question of hooking it directly to the actual belt? That wanted to attach her to the car so she wouldn't float, she says. I don't know.
It's a weird circumstance.
Hold on, Norma, you make a good point to me though. She's saying if this chick needed help, why is she going to tell the dude to help keep her confined to a vehicle if she needed help and wanted to get away from the guy?
Well,
It's
here's an idea. Maybe
it's extremely bizarre to me. It's just bizarre asking. I mean, either, I don't know, it's just bizarre.
Maybe she got a quick idea in her head, like, I'm going to drive right in the water and then I'll escape. And I'll get away from this guy easy and call for help. I mean, that could have been an instant thought in her mind while she's like, how do I put on my seatbelt? Well, how do I put it on? So like, if I crash or something, I don't get hurt. Maybe that was her idea. She was coming up with plans to make an escape because this guy obviously wasn't catching on to her, suggestions and subtleties.
So where I'm at with this, with the host, because I've watched this and we've talked and I've talked to other people, but just where I've just sat down and just my own thoughts and my notes and what I think logically, I'm just like, this person, whoever it is, this girl and this guy, I think, because think about it. She says they were there all night. And they couldn't get the vehicle to start. Well, no shit, your car's in neutral. That's why it wouldn't move. So you have two people, a guy and a girl. This guy says they both looked uneasy. He says that the girl just seemed like, she had a rough night. So I'm taking it as they probably partied all fucking night. And Grateful Ed said they might have been drugged up on shrooms. They will make you do some weird stuff. And I also talked to Amanda about this. I'm not sure if she's just listening or she's still here, but she even said, yeah, like doing certain drugs, it will make you behave in this manner. Cause I was like, I've never done drugs like acid or anything like that. So I don't know, but she was saying, yeah, this stuff will make you act and behave in this manner. Just like someone said earlier, when they were on, I forgot what drug they said, but they thought they were in the Batmobile and they couldn't put their seatbelt on. You know what I mean? So I guess from people, yeah. See, I wouldn't know any of that because my drugs were, you don't want to know. But I never did anything like shrooms or anything like that. But hearing from people that have done drugs like this is something that I've seen a lot of people saying, yeah, that would make you question how to put a seatbelt on. So I don't know.
I get what they're saying because one of my major trips was acid from the Grateful Dead concert. And I thought that the wind blowing, I was controlling it and that the river was flowing in the direction because I made it. And then I woke up naked. This was winter, naked in the backseat of my dad's car. So I understand what everybody's saying.
Brown Skittle says, I noticed they don't talk about the vehicle itself. Was it even silver hunt? Well, here's the thing. I'm going to only assume and that AWP knows this information. Keep in mind, Jared did say on Zav Girl when he did the little interview, he did say when he went on the panel that they do have more video for this. I think they have two other, right, with the tow truck, or am I mistaken?
No, you're 100% correct.
They do have more video and then the girlfriend too. They even talked to this guy's girlfriend. So they do have all of that. So I'm going to assume that was discussed because the first thing you're going to ask this dude is, okay, what, was it her vehicle? And you know what I mean? And since this guy said he inspected the vehicle, I'm assuming he walked around the vehicle, but that's just me speculating there. Because I'm just thinking, I wonder if he would have noticed the sticker on her. But again, those would have been little things I would have asked him.
Right. And Jared did say, after, because he was being questioned about, do they have an idea of who it is? He said on the video, we positively identified the male. But he didn't mention anything about the female or the car, because that's more than likely part of the criminal investigation. And he said, and we already have 2 videos waiting for whichever direction this drops.
I thought that was interesting how he said that. They
Right.
have whatever way this ends up going with law enforcement. I'm taking it, if it goes criminal, they're going to release that other part that would, I'm thinking, corroborate what law enforcement puts out. I thought that was really interesting how they said
Exactly.
that.
Yep.
All right.
I think one is if it was a criminal act, or one if it was an accidental issue and then they hid the body, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, let me hit play.
Thought that maybe she was either hungover or just had a really rough day. She looked distressed.
Can you show me on the map where you saw her?
Absolutely.
All right, so we're here in Reno. Let's go down to Truckee. There's Prosser, there's Boca. Just drop a pin on the road exactly where you saw her.
Well, we're at the right place, right? Boca, you come in, you follow this road down. I think that is the turnout right there. Yeah, this is it. And so right there, how she was coming out this way,
So
and
her friend was facing 894.
Yeah.
All right. And did you leave before her, or did she leave before you?
I left before her.
Is there anybody else around?
There was people far back here, yes, but not near her, no.
Did you notice anything in particular in her car at all?
I mean, besides perfume bottles and actually there was a perfume bottle that was in the center console, and that was all that I recall, to be honest.
Did she have anything on her keys at all?
I don't remember.
Did you say that you guys have cameras that could possibly get some sort of facial recognition on?
Yeah, so we do indeed. We have cameras facing front and rear of our vehicles, as well as we do have audio, so we can pick up audio from inside and outside of the truck. So we did have that, and I'm guaranteed, my vehicle is facing directly towards hers, and that's how I normally do it for my protection.
What's the window you're giving us of when this happened?
And again, for people that are just joining us, hello, welcome. We are watching Adventures with Purpose video they dropped this morning. And if you want to watch it without me stopping it, or my commentary or Scott's commentary, then you can guys head on over there and make sure you guys watch it there. But I do want to say the whole perfume thing. I know yesterday it was pointed out that how he notices it. Some people think that's interesting how the perfume is just in the center console. I don't think that's anything out of the normal. I don't know. I feel like I carry I have an extra perfume. I have extra mouthwash in the car. So I don't know. To me, that doesn't stand out. Does that stand out to anybody else? Because I did see people were pointing that out.
I don't see it as anything. I used to keep 4 colognes in my center console, and then I throw them inside the little containment area when girls got in the car. People keep whatever they want in those consoles, to be honest.
Was I correct on the distance wise? Hold on, I'm just responding because I put something in chat. So from the pin he showed, so it would have been I did the campground. I did the campground distance. I think it was, I could be wrong, to where in Boca where he's claiming. I thought it was 45-minute drive, but I could be wrong. If anyone wants to check it, I would have did. Yeah, no, Verna. I was doing from. Hey, Verna, welcome back. I was doing from the campground to where he shows on the map in Boca.
So that's an odd thing. It says 45 minutes because there is another place, a back road. And I think that's the one that Adventures with Purpose took to reach it, because in theirs they said law enforcement directed us 25 minutes to this other location. And this was in his original, before they dove Prosser. He mentioned that it was 25 minutes away. And that was something I kept pointing out when I sent you all those pictures of Google Maps. And I'm circling 25 minutes. So somebody else mentioned there was another side road that's much faster.
Thank you, Kristen. She says, "Hi, Crazy Crime Chick. I love your lives. Thank you for covering this. My heart is broken for Kylie's mom, and I am disgusted by some creators attacking her. I haven't seen anybody attacking her, but I don't know who sent it to me last night. Someone was saying that they were saying they should charge the parents, and I was just because they allowed her to drink, and I was just like, okay, you guys, it is not a crime to allow your 16-year-old to go to a party. Okay, imagine that. Then you know how many parents would be arrested.
Exactly. Half the nation would be in jail.
You know, I understand we're at a point with this case that law enforcement is now quiet. And whenever that happens, we've seen this plenty of times because we cover so many cases. We see this all the time. When law enforcement is quiet, guess what? Us as a public, we start getting frustrated. We want answers and we want it now. So what do? A lot of people start speculating. They get angry. The theories are going to start getting super crazy right now, you guys. You think they're crazy, but they're going to get even crazier. And next thing you know, they're going to start saying mom and dad probably had something to do with this. I guarantee you, people are going to come up with some crazy ass theories. But I don't think the mom did anything. I mean, she trusted her daughter. She was a smart girl, and she allowed her to go to a party at 16. I don't think that's a crime. I mean, my daughter's 17. She's just started college. She hasn't went to a party quite yet. I'm just waiting for her. And I'm like thinking she's been in school for almost 2 weeks and she hasn't asked me to go to a party yet. So I'm like, that's pretty great. I mean, I'm going to allow her now because she's in college, but every parent is different. How you run your household is just different. So I don't think what are you going to arrest the mom on? She let her go to a party. Is she like, yeah, I let her drink, I let her do drugs, you know what I mean? No, she's not going to say that.
I mean, first off, whatever Kylie does at the party is her choice, not mom's. That's the big thing.
And as a parent, it sucks because you could tell your kid one thing, you can teach them the right way, but guess what? They're going to make their own choices once they're out there, you guys, and you hope for the best. But I mean, they're young. They're going to make mistakes. Think about yourself. We've all been there. We've all made some stupid mistakes. So I don't know. I think it's ridiculous.
I mean, personally, I will never let my girl go to a party ever because she's my cat and she's not going anywhere. But yeah, my cat is not even allowed to go to parties. But, you know, I have an iron fist on that.
Yeah, a lot of people are thinking the perfume is nothing weird. Being in the car, people are saying, yeah, I keep perfume, I keep gum. And Carly says perfume also covers up smoke smell. Yeah, it does, definitely. Or I don't know if you mean smoke like from cigarettes, but also weed.
Weed.
Yeah, weed, definitely. Verna says there is a back roads, which is probably the way they went. And she's talking about what you were saying about getting to Boca.
Right. Like Google Maps only gives you so much to work with. Like here, if you came to my area of upstate New York and you were trying to get from one place to another, it would take you 20 minutes longer than it would take me because I know all the back roads.
Ellen says, oh Lord, my now 21-year-old son used to have that Axe body spray. Do you guys remember that?
Ew.
And she says, now my 12-year-old nearly makes me choke from all that spray in his bathroom.
I don't think I've ever used Axe.
I haven't heard about Axe in a long time. She was 15. Michelle, who was 15? Who was 15? Are you talking about Kylie?
Yeah, Kylie was 16. She had turned 17 yesterday.
Oh my God. Kazi says, I've already seen people in comments going after the mother for not being more emotional. Oh my goodness. You guys, this isn't a case like where, you know, a child goes missing on mom's watch and we're all just analyzing mom's behavior because guess what? She's the last one to have been with the child. And then guess what? It ends up she's being arrested 2 weeks later or a year later for the child, right? It's not like that with this. The mom,
it's not Casey Anthony.
Yeah, this is completely different. This is a different case. This is just not like that. So I don't know why people are analyzing the mom's behavior. I feel so bad for the mom because I'm a mom with a 17-year-old. And I feel like once you hit that teenage mark, you teach them the rights, the wrongs. You try to tell them, you do the best you can. And you can't lock your child up in a basement because you don't want them to make mistakes or to drink or to meet a boy or any of that. You can't do that. I mean, we all wish we could keep them small, but it doesn't work that way. So this mom is going through something I would hope I would never go through, because trust me, she is dealing with all the what ifs right now. And I don't think we should be adding to that whatsoever. I don't know why people are saying she's 15, Amanda. I don't know. I'm seeing that a lot. I don't know what's going on. All right, let me hit play.
Either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, I believe. Because the weekends I usually cover Truckee. So, and that Friday I also worked in Truckee. So, yeah.
What day it was? What would you say?
Parked his van right here, facing that direction. Her vehicle was parked right over here, facing 894.
Is it lagging on your guys' end right now, or am I tripping?
Yeah, it's lagging a lot.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to rewind it just a tad bit. Hold on.
Yeah.
If you were to make a bet on what day it was, what would you say?
When I was looking back under my GPS, under my phone, where I've been, I was there both Saturday and Sunday, farther into Boca.
Everything you just heard unfolded right here where I'm standing. Talking about where Nick described him parking his service van. When he pulled up to give the battery service to Kiely, he parked his van right here, facing that direction. Her vehicle was parked right over here, facing 894. That way. We're going outside of what we would normally do, because we're normally working cold cases that have hardly had any resources whatsoever applied to them. This case has had over 10,000 man hours over the last 2 weeks placed in at Prosser. I'm confident in what has been done at Prosser. It doesn't mean I'm not going to check it. It just means that I'm not going to start there. We're going to make the most of our time by starting where we know not that much work was put into. I'm a firm believer in second chances. However, some things don't deserve forgiveness. Maliciousness does not deserve forgiveness. Cold-blooded, cold-heartedness, taking the life of a 16-year-old deserves zero forgiveness. I have set a radius of 10 miles around Prosser Creek Reservoir. We're going to work hard to clear Stampede, Independence, Boca, and Prosser Creek, all within that 10-mile range.
Yeah, tomorrow marks 2 weeks since the Truckee teenager disappeared after attending a party at a campground. We are learning tonight that a new group of volunteers are coming from out of state to help find her.
Everybody just wants the same outcome. It doesn't matter who finds her.
40 to 50 feet offshore, you could easily conceal a vehicle right in here.
Doug Bishop and his team is ready to join the search for missing Truckee teenager Kiely Rodni.
We all have one goal. We all just want to find Kiely. I've just located in the corner of this cove here a target that I cannot identify. We're also talking about a vehicle that is not going to come up the way a vehicle would if it had been under here for 10 years. Based on the height, it's not anything. However, I just want to make sure. The reason that this is suspicious is because you could dump a car down that hill back here in this corner, in this little cove, and no one will see it.
The team coming in just days after authorities announcing they are scaling back the search for Kiely.
We've had over like 9,000 man hours into searching, which is pretty astronomical. Our biggest problem is where do we go and how do we keep sustaining this?
They just want help. They don't care how it gets done. They just want it done. Hey, Nick.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was just doing a test to see if a vehicle did go down in here, if they had cell service to call somebody, because we're not far from where she had to call because of the apparently couldn't start the vehicle.
Right.
So, okay, just testing.
All right, buddy.
All right, bye.
So we've cleared the area behind the campground that was just behind where Nick serviced her car, allegedly, the day after she went missing. And we're now coming up along 894 as it heads north up towards Stampede Reservoir. There's a guardrail right there.
However, if a vehicle went off this, you would have evidence of it. Unfortunately, we didn't find anything, but at least we can say we cleared it, and she's not in this lake, or at least her vehicle isn't.
I hope it's an accident, because accidents happen, as tragic as it would be regardless if she's no longer with us. An accident is better than somebody maliciously doing something horrible to her. I mean, you could just imagine the way that would happen in your last moments, knowing that someone is taking your life, versus I'm in an accident and it's quick and it's just different. It's a lot different. And I hope that if that's how this is ended, it's an accident versus at the hand of somebody else.
What would you want to say to Kiely tonight?
I love her so much. So many people love you. And we're all looking, and we're trying so hard. And I'm so sorry we haven't found you yet, but we're not giving up, and just hang in there, sweetie. This will find you soon. Bring you home.
Intensifying search for a missing 16-year-old California girl who vanished after a campground party. Police are treating this as a possible abduction.
Investigators believe someone knows something. They're asking anyone with information to come forward.
When you miss a loved one or a friend or a community member and you don't know, that's a nightmare. But I don't want to find her. I want to be able to clear all this water and be able to tell the family, she's not here. She's not here.
That was, I think, the area of interest, but it looks like there's no way you could get the vehicle in there.
So we're here at one of the ponds behind the shopping center, and as we can tell, there's not hardly any access whatsoever for a vehicle, plus it is extremely shallow. We're here, the ground is a lot harder, so the tire tracks are a lot harder to see. However, we can see tire tracks clear as day. You got a tire track right here. Look at this. See that? Those are tire tracks. We also have, equipment there, trucks during the day, probably workers. But whether or not we can see tire tracks, it doesn't matter, because I can see out at least more than 100 feet. You can clearly see the growth. In the growth, the pattern in the growth, the vegetation, nothing's been changed. If a car would go in, there'd be a path, and a car is not going to go that far out right here. There's no path. There's nothing cut. You could launch a car off here, though. It's just, you're not going to hide it right there. Saturday, August 20th, we're at Donner Lake, Truckee, California. We can see a lot of visibility. I can see the bottom. I still can see the bottom. Wow. We can't see it on drone. So right here where it stops, it drops off significantly. So if it were to come in here, it's going to make it, this drop is a big drop. So it's going to keep, if it went in here, it's going to keep going. We're not going to be able to see it.
Although the team could not say specifically what brought them out here to Donner Lake, they are concentrating on the boat launch and the area surrounding it.
Four feet, 5 feet, 10 feet, 16, 17, 19, 22 feet, 26, 30, 42 feet, 50 feet. Wow.
It gets deep quick.
It does get very deep. 75 feet, 80 feet already. 93 feet, 105 feet. I'm gonna change my scanning to 100 feet either way to compensate for the depth. 117 feet deep right here. 142 feet. Do some vertical in and out patterns.
Sure.
117 feet deep right here. 142 feet. Coming down the side here at 41 feet. So if we are considering foul play, would you do this right across the street from the fire department?
In a panic scenario, and you only know the areas that you're familiar with, you don't know people do weird stuff when they're in a panic.
Looking for a fresh car. It's really hard to see. That's why I'm just being really...
Right, I gotcha. What is that? Huh. Rocks? How's it still under there? Must just be rocks. A layer of them or something?
I don't think it will roll that far, man.
Especially because there were rocks. I know that there'd be air in it and it would come up, but...
It just depends on how buoyant it was.
There's no way. Once it gets, it's not 50 yards maximum. Go one more time over by that corner. Yeah, there's a little spot at the end they could have gone off. See that? That doesn't have a curb. If you look over here, you can see there's no guardrail or anything on this road. So we're just going to scan the whole lake right here. Make sure it's clear, because a vehicle could easily, whether it's accident or on purpose, go off the road into the lake. It drops off pretty steep. We're at 31 feet out here, so that's why we're going to clear it. Lake's clear. It's super shallow around the edges, other than right here, but you can see the bottom for almost 100, 150 feet off the shoreline. And there was only a few places where a car could even make it in there. We went even above and beyond that. So I'm 100% confident that the vehicle is not in this lake.
We have now cleared 5 miles of shoreline on all 3 boat ramps here on Donner Lake.
And you know, we still have questions and not a ton of answers. So maybe one of you, I know somebody out there has answers. If you or somebody you know thinks you might know something that happened that day or that night, you need to come forward. You need to step up, call the authorities, talk to somebody, and get the information out there. There is a 16-year-old daughter missing. A mother is missing her 16-year-old daughter. We need to find her, bring answers to this family.
The team specializing in cracking cold cases free of charge, and they came from miles away to help solve her mysterious disappearance, now 2 weeks after she went missing.
Day 2 in our search for Kiely Rodni. We're beginning right here at Ground Zero, Prosser Family Recreation Site, where Kiely, 16-year-old Kiely, disappeared from, according to law enforcement, this was her last known location. Yesterday, we based our search off of a tip that we deemed credible. We took that, we dissected it, and determined that we should start in a different area. Those areas were within our 10-mile radius. We were able to rule them out, and that's what brings us back to square one here at Prosser Family Campground.
Kylie and her family are from the local area here in Truckee, California, and everywhere we have gone along this search, we have seen these posters absolutely everywhere. It's great to see a community come together in support for this family in need. And it's also because of a community like you that we are able to do what we do. So please, if you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, share, and watch these videos. We really appreciate everything you do for us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Of course, a lot of questions, as you did mention there, and a big one is this dive team was able to find her. They went out there this weekend, found her pretty quickly, while investigators searched that area and haven't found her. Have they responded to say, I guess, why that is?
Pushes out. Time is 10:41. We are now on Prosser Creek Reservoir. This is, according to law enforcement, Kylie's last known location. So we're looking for a silver vehicle. Her Honda CRV is silver in color. Helicopters have stated that they could see the bottom of this reservoir. We've had multiple different extreme levels of sonar utilized by different sonar teams in this reservoir. I'm confident in what they've done. However, and not to sound cocky, but if we haven't searched it, it hasn't been searched. That's our motto, so that we stay efficient and protect the integrity of everything we do as we're working for families and law enforcement. So I'm theorizing that the bottom of this reservoir is a similar color to silver. Could it have not been seen? Absolutely. Could the car be in here? According to law enforcement, like I said, we are at her last known location. They said her cell phone stopped pinging right here at 12:33 a.m. on August 6th. Today, we're going to be putting myself and Nick, 2 boats in. For one, it's going to be great training for Nick. As you guys know, we're training Nick to be a team lead for our second team. So not only is 2 boats better than 1, but we're also utilizing my ability to put Nick out in front of me so I can see what he's seeing, see what he misses, see if he catches anything, and so forth. Great training opportunity. And speaking with the Placer County Sheriff's Department, they did advise me that it got down to about 55 feet deep. And right now we are at 45 feet, reading on live scope. Real consistent 45 feet here. This just got sent to me. I cannot name who did, but it says the Truckee Facebook missing persons groups are on fire with speculation about what happened to Kylie. Thing is that some of it may not be speculation. It may be real clues as to what happened. The party, 200 plus, fact is there was a lot of drinking and drugging. Reported fights, some disturbing behavior between Kylie and a girl named minutes before the party suddenly breaking up. And then cars started flying out of the parking lot. Something bad happened and all the kids' parents told them not to get involved. You may want to keep in mind that there's a possibility of what happened to Kylie could be more sinister, and there was a panic.
Okay, I had to stop it right there. What do you guys, this is something we didn't get to talk about yesterday. So this person sends him something he can't say. I know, I've watched this so many times in slow. Look at his face. Look at his face. He's like, shit's getting real. So disturbing behavior. It is rumored that there was disturbing behavior between Kylie and beep. And then the party, minutes before the party, just kind of like ends. What do you guys think about that? Mama Bear, I wonder who the girl is. Yeah, they beep it out. Kim says, this is my exact theory from the beginning. Sammy and Kylie and fights and party breaks up. You know what? I know this is something, once everybody learned about the fights at this party, I know a lot of people started thinking this theory right here. A lot of people started thinking that a fight broke out. Possibly she hit her head, something like that. Scott, what do you mean by that? The creator who said Kylie is a fake girl? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, I know what you're saying. Boo says that she's watched also, and when he says his words, his face muscles move the same. He said Sammy Smith. Or even Sammy, maybe. Do you guys really see that? Or is it just because we're so suspicious? See, right now, I don't even trust my own judgment right now I watched it so many times and I've tried to see what he is saying, but I don't trust my own judgment right now because I'm already suspicious of Sam. So I feel like I want to see what you guys say. Carly says S. No, and that's another thing, Grateful Ed. He says, has Sammy had anything to say lately? No. Ever since, honestly, because I've been following Sammy's movement like no other. I think I'm going to get a freaking binder just for her, but of all my notes. But it seemed like once Adventures with Purpose was worded to be going out there, I feel like that's when she kind of went silent, it seemed like, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I feel like after that, she just kind of just started being extremely quiet. And remember, the PI guy, Steve, he said he went out there. When did he go out there? I think he was out there for a week, I believe, before she ended up being found. And there was none of her friends were out there searching. None of them were out there. Nobody was out there, he said. It's like what happened to, I'm going to stay searching for my friend until she is found. Ugh, maybe because she got word that freaking AWP was getting out there. And maybe because she knows more. I'm totally speculating there. She's like, I'm not going to be around. But no, she's been quiet. She has a new Instagram. It's like Sammy New or something like that. She has it private and she has no post yet. But she's already got her following, which is probably just her friends from school or whatever, the area. But she does have a new Instagram. It's called Sammy New. It has a big old new on there. And remember Sammy in her statement, she says sometimes people, when she's talking about this fight, she says something like how people sometimes instigate it or something like that. Remember she makes that statement. What if somebody, if you're going down that theory, you guys already know my theory, but a fight could totally be there too. I just think I feel like my theory is where I'm staying, but what if they instigated a fight between the two? What time and day was it that Sammy's sister said she was wet when? See, Texas, the thing is, I know I've heard people saying that, but I do not have, oh wait, you ring a bell, the sister. No, that would have been Mag's sister. No, not Sammy's. You're ringing a bell. Wasn't it Mag's sister that said it? I might have a screenshot. You guys know I'm notorious for taking screenshots. I've learned my lesson from, you guys, if you ever follow a case from the beginning, take screenshots. Even if it sticks out to you, take a screenshot. Even if it sticks out a little bit, take a screenshot, because what ends up happening is people will start deleting stuff. Photos get deleted, posts get deleted, all kinds of bullshit gets deleted. So take screenshots, because then you have that to go back and look at. I have so many I have to go back and look at. Yes, she made a point to say that sometimes they argue over who won the fight, but not the night. I found that very odd. Yeah, and yes, but not that night. So these other nights, exactly, they get in arguments, but just not that night. Exactly. We need to do a live stream where we literally get our study guides out, get our notepads out, and really listen to Sammy's statements. No, I've never heard Sammy say that myself. I know people have said they said that Sammy was wet. I know Sammy said that, she knew Kiely was wearing this bodysuit because she said they went and squatted to go to the restroom. So she's seen the bodysuit. Hey, Jess, Carrie Me, how are you? Sammy also said that when about to go to 4, there's always someone there if anyone needs medical attention, something to that effect in her interview. What was so special about that night, Michelle says. Yeah, Donna, to pee in the woods. Hold on, I'm going to rewind this just a little bit so we can hear this part again. But this is coming from a tip in the trucker Kiely Facebook group. He's getting, somebody is sending him this tip, and he's, not this tip, but like this information. He's not saying who it is, but let me rewind it a little bit. Okay, let me play this again. I want to hear it.
Consistent 45 feet here. This just got sent to me. I cannot name who did, but it says the Truckee Facebook missing persons groups are on fire with speculation about what happened to Kiely. Thing is that some of it may not be speculation. It may be real clues as to what happened. The party, 200 plus, fact is there was a lot of drinking and drugging. Reported fights, some disturbing behavior between Kiely and a girl named minutes before the party suddenly breaking up. And then cars started flying out of the parking lot. Something bad happened and all the kids' parents told them not to get involved. You may want to keep in mind that there's a possibility of what happened to Kiely could be more sinister, and there was a panic. I knew, I feel the same way. A kid goes missing after attending a party of 200 to 300 people. There's always, most likely, something that happened at that party. Someone knows something. Someone possibly did something. It's an accurate and fair assessment to make. Not only one person knows, but multiple people know. This boat ramp over here is in our target area as well. This entire reservoir, but we have another boat ramp right here. You can see the cars, how they pull down right to the water all the way over here. So if something bad happens, you could put a car in here anywhere. We are on the side where the party was here at the campground. So if we're gonna find the vehicle, I would fully expect to find it right where we are right now. Really shallow, man. It's only 2 feet.
Hey, does this lake get pretty dry at the end of the summer?
This is probably the driest it's been in a long time.
Really? Okay. There's some weird. Let me see the camera. We'll go by it a couple times. There's something creating a big shadow right there. So we're gonna go. It's right off this point. If they scanned it, how would they miss that? So I'm assuming it's nothing because they did have dive teams, but I don't want to be the guy that just says, "Oh, it's nothing," because it doesn't look like a car.
Hey, Doug, Devin over here. We may have something. It's hard to tell.
Live scope doesn't work, so it's hard to verify, but we're definitely getting a solid cast shadow.
Where are you at?
And it's to, I sent the coordinates to Carson, but we're on the, shoot, is this the eastern part of the shore? I know. We're by the other boat ramp, not the one that you guys went towards, but the one at the top of the lake.
So we're going to head over here to the other side of the reservoir where there are lots of drive lanes down to the water's edge where people have cookouts, get-togethers, parties, family gatherings. This is a prime location where Kiely's vehicle could have made it into the reservoir. Is that what you just saw?
Yeah. So it's just a big shadow there. You see that?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense though. It's only 10 feet of water. We definitely have something man-made. Big.
It's probably nothing, but it was a big shadow.
It's something.
Isn't that weird? I mean, it's just big.
It's definitely something directly under us right now. What is that, Carson? Is that a boat? Or is that an SUV? Whatever it is, it has build-up on it. Could be a car. More in the shape of a boat. And I'm seeing similarities that show build-up, which we shouldn't have build-up on this car. It's only been 2 weeks.
It looked like an upside-down sunken boat.
Possibly. Could be a boat. It's something, though. I believe it's a car. And I have to be quiet because I don't want to alarm the entire campground right now. This is an ongoing investigation. Man, we're getting some funny imaging on this, which is indicative of a newer vehicle. There it is. See that? What is that? That's a wheel. See the wheel? Is it a wheel? Is it a boat? Looks like a wheel, man. Look at that. Look at that. That's a wheel. That's a wheel, dude. We have a wheel. It's tall, whatever it is. Got it. Got it. We got a car. We got a car. So trying to pull myself directly over it. Look at that. It's not giving a good reading, but there's a wheel. You see it? We need to go get suited up. We need to figure out how to get our RV over here. You guys put us in this position. Everybody that supports us, y'all put us in this position. We wouldn't be able to afford to do this if it wasn't for you. It's not giving a good reading, but there's a wheel. You see it? We need to go get suited up. We need to figure out how to get our RV over here.
Okay, so I'm getting the chills just watching this with you guys, and I feel like I'm watching it for the first time again. This is the part that when I first watched it, my heart was just pounding because I was like, what are they going to show? What are they going to show? So just want to say this is how I'm going to do it right here. I'm going to let this play through. I will be in chat. Then once he comes up, the diver, and he says, call law enforcement, I am then going to stop it, replay it, and then we're going to actually analyze what they're looking at. So if that makes you feel uncomfortable to look at the car, inside the car, whatever we can. A lot is blurred out, you guys, but I am going to really want to look at it with you guys. I just want to let you know that. So if that makes you feel uncomfortable, because there is a part where he says, he says, he is now saying there are human remains. Some people think you can see Kylie right there. So I'm going to stop it. We're going to look. So if that makes you feel uncomfortable, maybe right now would be to stop watching. And then if you want to come back after, or if you don't, that's totally fine. But just want to let you guys know in advance. Okay. So it looks like I can see the car. Can you guys see the car? So I'm taking this as a will, or am I like, no, is this a will or no? Or I don't know, but this is, I'm assuming, is the vehicle right here. And then thank you for becoming a new member. Kristen, welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys give her a big welcome. Yeah, I know. So I'm just glad. Thank you guys for being here with me and talking this case and looking at this, because I'm glad I have you guys here just to, you know, go through it all with. It's like we're all just here seeing it for the first time, even though we've watched it probably a lot. What is next to the car? I don't know what is next to the car, but it's interesting how originally they thought it was a boat at first. They thought it was an upside down boat. Yeah, I know. I kept holding my breath right here. My heart was like pounding at this moment. Okay, let me hit play. I'm going to let it play all the way through, guys.
You guys put us in this position. Everybody that supports us, y'all put us in this position. We wouldn't be able to afford to do this if it wasn't for you. Let's assess our situation. 18 different agencies, over 19,000 man hours have been put into this. Not a zero vehicle was found in this reservoir. That is giving me a really weird reading. It looks just like a car. It looks just like an SUV. And it looks like it's giving me some misreadings the way a newer car would. So amazing scan. Great job, man. Great job scanning that. We need to do this as quietly as possible.
You were able to get a magnet on it?
Oh yeah, and it's slipping. It's slipping on some of the vehicle the way a newer car would. And that's, you know, it's not getting a. It's smooth. I can tell that it's smooth. Is it a boat? It absolutely could be a boat, but I doubt it, man.
Most boats are.
Yeah. Right. No one at camp can know what we're doing. Everybody's phones need to be turned off. If you have a phone, you need to turn your phone off right now. The last thing that we want to do is cause alarm to the family and or the local law enforcement. If this is a car and it's not the car we're looking for, I want to be able to do that peacefully. I don't want to cause a turmoil. If anybody knows that we found a car right now, it's gonna be unnecessary. It's gonna be unnecessary trauma for the family. We need to go back to the ramp and cause as little. We found nothing. We're just moving locations. That's all.
Okay.
All right. If this is her, you know, this means all hope is lost as far as her still being out there,
right,
and her showing up, her being found safe. This is devastating. This is as devastating as it gets. You know, it's different when we're finding somebody who's been missing for 20 and 30 years.
Right.
This child, you know, 16-year-old, same age as my daughter. She's only been missing for 2 weeks. Literally, the campground is right up over the hill. Right over the hill. This car is 0.3 of a mile from the campground she was at. This is absolutely a crime scene. It's an active investigation. Our job is to be here to find the where, which we have done. Now we need to assess it appropriately. Full assessment, condition of the vehicle, windows up or down. Do not remove license plate like we normally do.
Copy that. I'm going to start my descent. 10-4. Confirm. I see the vehicle and the license plate. We have just found Kylie's vehicle. Over.
10-4. Do a full assessment, methodically, slowly. Make sure you focus on footage of the vehicle so that we can accurately relay that to the authorities.
The vehicle is upside down. I repeat, it is upside down. I'm at the rear of the vehicle now, working my way around towards the driver's side. Over.
10-4. I read you loud and clear.
I'm approaching the driver's side window, trying to get a look inside. I cannot positively identify anybody inside yet. I'm looking at the back now.
10-4. Take your time. Be safe.
I see a pair of shoes at the back. I'm moving my way towards the back window.
10-4. I read you loud and clear.
I just confirmed there are human remains in the vehicle. Over.
10-4.
The passenger window is broken out, it appears. Rear driver's side window is halfway down.
Copy that. Rear driver's side window is down.
Apply the line and return top side.
Yep. That's what we do it for, brother. Good job. Good job. It's positive, you know? All right.
She's in the back of the vehicle.
Okay.
She's not in the driver's seat. It looks suspicious to me.
Yeah.
Vehicle's upside down. Some of the one window is halfway down. One window is all the way down. Call the authorities.
We help families all.
All right, you guys, hold on. I'm going to rewind it and we're going to watch it again. Give me 1 second. Whew, okay, so for clarification, he says that for the windows, and we're going to look at photos after I play this. There are photos. I took screenshots. We're going to look at some photos I want to show you guys and just talk to you guys about it. But rear driver's side window was halfway down. Passenger front window was broken, completely broken. It was completely missing, which has me scratching my head. Completely broken. Now, could that have happened from when the car did a flip and it went and it hit the ground? Did it shatter that passenger window completely out? I don't know. Let me rewind this. Okay, I don't want to rewind it too much. Okay, I think it's right. Is this where he goes in? Yeah. Okay, let that. Grateful said, driver's side back window. No, driver's side. It's the rear driver's side window. So that would be the back window on the driver's side. It was halfway down. And we've seen that in the photo in the video when they're pulling the car out. We do see that. Remember, we all were analyzing like, it looks like the back window's down. The back window's down. So driver's side, the back window, they call it the rear driver's side window. I wrote it down how he said it. Rear driver's side window, halfway down. But the passenger front window is completely gone. And this is when they're in the water, not when we see it being pulled out and they did the flip on it. This is when they're in the water. This is the one part that I was like most interested in. Yeah. And I was hoping Jared said something about that during Zav Girls Live, but I don't recall him mentioning it. Let's watch it. We're going to watch it again. Who's Steve? Are you talking about the PI? Upside Down says she's sick of people dragging Steve through the mud. The family only trust him because he honored their wishes. AWP didn't. They are PODs about this video on her birthday money grabbers. That is Upside Down's opinion. I Plead the Fifth says that she believes that the window was already broken or someone broke it out. It's interesting how he worded it too. I think he said it was, did he say it was broken out? I have a screenshot of it and it captures, literally the screenshot captures what he said. Hold on, let me see. He said, passenger window is broken out. To me, it was just weird how he worded it. I don't know. Pissed off. Okay. Thank you. I'm bad with the little abbreviation. So his exact words were passenger window is broken out. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me hit play. Let's watch this again, you guys. So again, we're gonna watch it now. And why are you crying? Wanna go outside? What's wrong? All right, let's try this again. What? Wanna go outside? Hold on, let me let him out, guys. Hold on, sorry. Oh my God, my dog. Oh, Sit down. Blots. Blots. Good boy. Stay. Go. Oh my God. He's trying to go out. I open the, oh, he wants to be rubbed. Oh, you want your head rubbed. You want attention. He, can you guys hear him? Oh my God. Calm down. He wanted to go out, I thought. So he's getting, oh my gosh. He wanted to go out, so I opened the back door and he's like, he puts his head down like, no. Okay, go. You want to go? Let's go. Hold on, guys. Stay. Stay. Go. Oh my God, you guys, he's playing games now. He keeps crying and I open the door and then he just sits right by the door, doesn't want to go out. Oh my gosh. All right, you better stop crying, okay? What? You're hearing me talk about Sammy? She makes you suspicious too? I know, we all agree she's suspicious. Chloe, get him. He keeps wanting to go out, playing games and stuff. He's on live? Yeah, I'm live. And he's trying to, yeah, can you take him out? Come. Come on. Go. Go with your sister. Okay, sorry about that. All right, let's watch this now again. Okay, let's play this.
The vehicle, windows up or down. Do not remove license plate like we normally do.
Copy that. I'm going to start my descent. Confirm. I see the vehicle and the license plate. We have just found Kylie's vehicle. Over.
10-4. Do a full assessment.
So the back, so the, I say trunk of the vehicle, it's highest, right, to the surface. And the, where the engine is more in the ground area. Does that make sense, you guys? Does that make sense? Ah, boo. Yeah, he was like playing games with me. Does that make sense? So the tail of the vehicle is more towards the surface, right? Yeah, Brown. It was, yeah, Brown Skittles. You are correct. That would have been Nick's firsthand and finding human remains, which I can't even imagine what that is like. Yes, Matt. Okay, yes, Chris. Okay, just making sure. All right, let's watch.
Methodically, slowly, make sure you focus on footage of the vehicle so that we can accurately relay that to the authorities.
The vehicle is upside down. I repeat, it is upside down. I'm at the rear of the vehicle now, working my way around towards the driver's side. Over.
10-4. I read you loud and clear.
I'm approaching the driver's side window, trying to get a look inside.
Okay, so this is the passenger, no, the front side window. So this would be the front window right here. You can see front window is intact right here. You know what I need to do? I have these screenshots, but I need to flip them around. So I think it'd be more like, see if I can see anything in here. So front window driver's side is good. And you can see, is this the, no, it's not. I was thinking, is that the rear mirror on that side? They're going to show the rear mirror on this side, a little glimpse in the corner, you guys. So it was intact also when it was in the water.
Cannot positively identify anybody inside yet. I'm looking in the back now.
10-4. Take your time. Be safe.
What is this right here? There's something right here. Focus right here, you guys. I swear I've been analyzing. I'm trying to figure out what is this. It looks like a long, I don't know what this is. Hold on, let me rewind this a little bit so you can see. And this is the window. You can see it is half down. I mean half down. Hold on, what is that? That red thing, right? And then this is where you'll be able, watch, just look at it. Watch, what is that?
Cannot positively identify anybody inside yet. I'm looking in the back now.
10-4. Take your time.
Cannot positively identify anybody inside yet.
Sorry, I was trying to get the exact, I need to take another screenshot of this part right here. This, you guys can't see my mouse. I thought you guys could this whole time. But do you see, it's like right here. On my end, it would be on the, I'm not sure. On my end, it's the right side. But right here, it's like this long, it looks like a stick or something. I don't know, what is that? Let me see what you guys are saying. Do you guys see it? Boo says, yeah, watch for the white cord. It looks like a phone charger. Are you talking about what I'm talking about, Boo? Right here on the screen? You can see a little fish right here in the middle. I can't tell what that is. And I noticed it. Every time I watch this, I notice it. And I'm just wondering, what is that? Phone charger cord? Wouldn't it be plugged in, though? No, it's what I'm looking at on the screen. I think Crazy Mama said it. No, not the thing. It's like, it looks like a long stick on, it's on the right side. It'd be on my end on the right side. Let me see what it looks like on your end. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. It would be on your guys's, yeah, on the right side. It's kind of blurry, but it looks like a stick. Watch. I'm going to mute it. All right. See? See? What is that? Dude, it's going to bug me. Let me see if I can stop it at a more clearer point. Hold on. So this is the front. That is the side mirror right there on the other side. See, the side mirror is good. It's intact. So that got damaged when they flipped it. But watch right here. What the, right there, right there, right there. What is that? I don't know, you guys. What is that? It's bugging me. I don't know why it's bugging me so much, but I'm like, what the fuck is that? Insanely confused. I agree. It is sad. Hold on. I'm going to stop it and see what you guys say. Hold on. And this would be the back seat part. Wait a minute. Okay, so this is the front window. This is the back window. This is the back window. Hold on, I'm going to let it go through. This is the back window, right? Back window. And this is where he says he sees shoes. How does he see her legs and her shoes if this is the back window and she was in the back? Does that make sense? Wait, I'm getting confused now. This is the back window. This is the front side. So this would be, he looks towards the back and sees. This would be a question I would want to know. I'm going to write this down. I would want to know if they ever do a live on this. This is a question. If you guys end up being on one of their chats, maybe we can ask this. Did he, when he says in the video, I'm going to write this down, question. When Nick says he sees shoes, did he look in the back and see it, or were her shoes in the back seat? Maybe she wasn't wearing shoes. Oh yeah, upside down. They blurred it out. They said they blurred it all out, so we couldn't see anything. Amanda says that she sees blood on the window, on the windowsill. Over here, can you see my mouse? On this side, Amanda? Is this where you were asking me what this was? Right here. We don't know exactly. Yep, right. Okay, so Amanda says that right here, can you guys see? Maybe if, let me push play real quick. Hold on. Let me see if they show it still again, and then I'll go back. Hold on. Oh, right there, right there, right there. Stop, stop, stop. Right here, right, Amanda, on the bottom of the screen. Oh, let me get your comment off. So right there on the left side where the mouse, let me put the mouse there so you guys can see. Right where the mouse is pointing to is where you think that's blood? Let me see what she says. Grateful says, if the car was upside down and she was trying to swim out the back window, her head was next to the back window. You can see her feet. You can see her feet in the back seat passenger area. Hold on, let me take that off so we can see what Amanda's talking about. Boo, do you see the black stick through the back window of the car like the back of the car? If so, if it should possibly be a window, what? Oh, maybe, because it does seem like something black right there, like a stick or something. I see the fish too, Kim. It's all across the frame. It's dirt. And yeah, Scott thinks that's what I originally thought it was too, Scott. I mean, I think it is. It could be mud. Yeah, it could be, but Amanda thinks it might be blood. Yeah, you see it. I thought it was just possibly from the water. Okay, let's watch.
Be safe.
Oh, now I see the pink thing right here. Is this what you were talking about, Crazy Mama? What's that pink thing right there? Oh, I see that now. Oh, now I see that. Maybe that's the perfume bottle, maybe? I don't know. Doesn't look like a perfume bottle, though. Justice, I was going to say that looks like a blunt wrap. I was thinking that, but being pink, a blunt wrap? I don't smoke. I don't know if they have them wrapped in pink, do they? I always thought it was just brown. Hey, Sarah, good morning. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Crazy Mama. I don't know. It honestly, when I first looked at it, I just instantly thought blunt wrap, but Upside Down says it looks like a pencil with the eraser towards the end. Or even like one of those fat pins. Carly says blunt wrap, definitely possible. Okay, you guys. Carly says that's what Carson said. What did Carson say, Carly? And Carson is the guy, remember he's the camera dude and also the one that that does the editing to their videos. I don't know about toothbrush, a tampon. If it would be a tampon, it would look like it'd be out of its wrapping. But again, we gotta remember too, this is, who knows what she has in her vehicle. I plead the fifth. You're exactly right with that comment. We don't know yet if that car was underwater for 2 weeks either. We don't know. Didn't the guy say there was a pot paper? Hold on, I want to see what Carly says. Carly, did you answer my question? Makeup brush? Oh, could be, Cassie. Okay, I can see that. It's something, but it does, I think, do we agree it looks pink at least? I think I can say it looks pink. That's what I see. Gold says, didn't her family say she's not a drinker? She's probably a smoker. I don't recall the mom ever stating if she was a drinker or a smoker, to be honest with you. Amanda Esvita, I'm not ignoring you. What did you say? Okay, so Carson said just that there was blunt papers found in the car. Oh, okay. Next live, we need to watch his interview. Yeah, I do just see pink. Okay. So the camera and the producer of AWP says that there was blunt papers inside the vehicle. Whatever it is, it doesn't float, Boo says. Scott says, I think we all stated she looks more like a smoker, not a drinker. Well, clearly they were drinking if there's alcohol in her car. Well, that doesn't mean she was drinking just because it's in her car. It's a raw paper. What's a raw paper, Amanda? What do you mean? Raw paper brand tube that probably holds a cone. Amanda, you're talking in smoking tone terms, and I do not understand. Explain it to me. Like, I don't know anything about smoking. All right, let me hit play. Okay, so Bree says, I just looked it up, and the 1/4 raw cones are the only ones that come up pink. Are you guys looking up blunt wraps? What do I look up? What do I type up? I want to see what you guys are talking about. You guys are talking about blunt wraps? Hold on. Do I type that in, or what do I type in? I want to see what you guys are saying. Maybe I can get a better visual of what you're saying. Hold on. Raw cone blunt wrap. Okay. Raw cone blunt wrap. All right, let's see what it looks like. Okay, yeah, see, no, I know that, but oh, I see what you guys are saying. Oh, yeah, it does. But do they have pink ones? It looks pink. It could just be, or maybe it looks pink because of the writing. Well, I'm looking at some that have writing on it. Oh, the way it's shaped. Yeah, okay. I agree. You guys are probably right. You guys know more. It could be anything, but it does look like that now that I look at it. Okay. They have pink ones? Okay. That's so clear, and then it blurs. Could that be the shoe bottom to the left? Let me rewind it and let's see, because they do blur out whatever, has to do with, that shows any imaging of Kylie. Thanks, Amanda. Liberty says, that is clearly a black shoe and white Vans lettering on the left in hatch area. Right here? How come my mouse ain't showing up right there? Hold on. Oh, I have to touch the screen. Hold on. Right here? Is that where you guys are talking about? It's right by the dirt. But where I'm circling right now on the screen, is this where you're talking about? Blue says that I went and messed around with the screenshot a little, and it looks like something stuck into a black clip. You guys, if you guys have screenshots of whatever you took, send them to me, please. Yes, above. Let me rewind it a little bit. Can I just a little? Do you guys see what she's saying? She's saying that she's seen, it looks like the black Vans, she's saying, like the shoe in this area. In this area, right? I just want to make sure I'm showing my mouse is at the right area. Do I need to move left, right, up, down? Hey, Sleuth Mom. Yeah, just don't send me no nudes, please. Don't send me no freaking nudes. Oh my God, crazy, you're funny. Yeah, no nudes. Don't send me no nudes, guys. So does anyone see a shoe on the screen? Anybody? Around this area, she's saying. So around this area, she's saying, let me move my mouse. So I guess in this area, do you guys see a shoe? Oh, shit. Oh, wait. Let me look up. Hold on. I see it now. I see what you, wait, so this would be the black part right here? Yeah, it's way too, it's going to be too hard for us to be like, yes, this is one. I just want to see if I'm looking at the same thing. Is this where you would see it like being, let me rewind and let's look again. Hold on. Let's see if they blur that section out right here. Hold on. Let me see.
Look inside.
Something I just want to point out, notice how right here, they're not blurring nothing out right here. So good point. Wherever they're blurring out is going to be obviously where Kiely is, or anything that has to do with Kiely, her shoe and her shoes, anything. So good thing just to focus that on, because right here, I don't see any blurring going on whatsoever.
Cannot positively identify anybody inside yet. I'm looking in the back now.
10-4. Take your time. Be safe.
Wait, I think that was a fish, you guys. Do you see the, so, oh, I don't know. But they do blur out this section once he goes down. So this section right here, they're blurring out. Hold on.
Cannot positively identify anybody inside yet. I'm looking in the back now.
10-4. Take your time. Be safe.
I see a pair of shoes in the back. I'm moving away from the back window.
10-4.
It's kind of hard to tell, but they are blurring it out. But I do think that is a blunt wrap, the one you guys just said. I think that is it. I'm like 99% that's what that is. I think I haven't seen the writing. But it's too hard to tell. But he says, I see shoes in the back. Hey, Evo Exist. Yeah, I see the fish too. It's a fish. I think it might be a fish, but it's kind of hard to tell because it is all blurred out right there. So, but I feel like that is a blunt wrap. I think it is. But Amanda says, of course it is. I know.
Cannot positively identify anybody inside yet. I'm looking in the back now.
10-4. Take your time. Be safe.
Yep, I'm like 99%. You guys are correct. All my pot smokers are correct. I looking at it now when I Googled it and looking at it right there, it looks like you could see writing right here. You guys are right. You guys are good. All right. I don't know if that's a shoe though. Her shoe right there. I can't confirm that. I think that's a fish that just, well, I don't know, but then it would have been moving. Yeah, I don't know if that's a shoe or not, but I do think that is the blunt wrap.
I see a pair of shoes in the back. I'm moving my way towards the back window.
10-4. I read you loud and clear.
So I think he does see the shoes in the back, you guys, because he says, I see shoes in the back. And then he starts saying he's moving towards the back. So I think whoever said it, that he possibly looked over and seen the shoes. I agree with you now. After hearing how he words it, I think that's what. So I think the shoes, she was wearing the shoes. I don't think they were just in the back seat after all, now that I'm hearing it again.
I just confirm there are human remains in the vehicle. Over.
So this is the part, so he's just confirming there are human remains right here. Now, I am seeing a lot of people say this is going around, and this is something that was brought up earlier. People are saying, and this is speculation, you guys, because I cannot tell. We cannot tell, I think, because it is blurred out, but I'm seeing it being put out that she was not wearing clothes. Now, we got to be very careful with that because that's just speculation. There's no fact to that. So make sure when you guys are saying that you guys are just making sure you're clear that speculating here, she wasn't wearing clothes, because I'm seeing people post it as a fact now. Like, did you hear she wasn't wearing clothes? See how it turns from someone saying I think she wasn't wearing clothes to now it's getting turned into she wasn't wearing any clothes. Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't see anything here. I mean, I've looked, but I know Carly has spent a lot of time looking at this. I don't see anything. Carly thought maybe she might have seen the sweater, but I can't tell nothing. You know my eyes, though, you guys. Oh, definitely, Amanda. She says, but that would be, if she was, that would definitely make them be foul play 100%, of course, without a doubt. Yeah, I don't think that is true, you guys. I feel like that immediately would put law enforcement into foul play immediately, because think about that. Do you really think if, this was an accident, she's going to take all her clothes off and then driving? I just know. So I think it just would be played out a little differently if it exactly was. Yeah, it's complete speculation, you guys. There is no fact behind that. It is somebody, I'm not sure where. I think it's stemming from Nerdy Attic. I think that's where it's stemming from. Sturman. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak. I think that's where it's coming from. But see, you guys are seeing other. I honestly, okay, this is what I see here. I see like an arm and a head right here, and maybe this is blonde hair. This is what I see. But other than that, I don't see, and this could, and again, remember it's blurred, so sternum, Sarah. Turn it sideways. Let me take a screenshot of it, and then I will, okay, let me take that off the screen. Let me take a screenshot of it right now, and then when we look at and send it to myself, and then when we look at the photos, I'll flip it. Hold on. Okay. All right, let me see. And again, guys, if this is a topic that you feel uncomfortable with, then I totally understand if you tune out, but okay. All right, I'm gonna send that to myself. Sarah, I'm reconfused or confused for the first time. Why? What are you confused about? Scott says, just because a burn mark on toast looks like an elephant doesn't mean there's actually an elephant on your toast. Scott comes in with his jokes. All right, let me hit play, you guys.
Ten four.
I just confirm there are human remains in the vehicle. Over.
10-4.
Okay, so this is where I was trying to get the truly. So this is where you can see the truly right here. And you can see the white cord right here that everybody was talking about earlier. And then the Carson stated that there was more than one of these truly drinks in there. I believe he said he's seen a 6-pack or something. Oh, Justice, I agree. He says, I think everyone should Google the decomp process because I know most are not familiar, and it's very interesting when study cases. Yeah, it really is. Oh, Sarah, are you? Sarah says she's a former mortician. Well, I'm glad you let us know that. Teresa says she has great respect for AWP. They are gentle and caring and very compassionate. Texas says she's surprised that none of the loose items did not float out of the car. Carly said he said a 6-pack. Yeah, a 6-pack. I wonder if they were all open or were some not opened.
The passenger window is broken out, it appears. Rear driver's side window is halfway down.
Copy that. Rear driver's side window is down.
Line the line and turn top side.
Yep.
So rear driver's side window. So let me see. Do I get all the windows correct? Rear driver's side window halfway down. Passenger front window broken out. Okay. Making sure we got our windows correct. Okay.
That's what we do it for, brother. Good job. Good job. It's positive, you know? All right.
She's in the back of the vehicle.
Okay.
She's not in the driver's seat. It looks suspicious to me.
Yeah.
Vehicle's upside down. Some of the one window is halfway down. One window is all the way down. Call the authorities.
We help families all across the nation, and when we find out, they are notified first. So we're going to notify them first. My very next call will be the local authorities.
Right there with the red thing?
Yes, sir.
How in the could they have missed it?
That's impossible.
And in our investigation coming into this, this is just what we do. We find vehicles underwater. We specialize in it. I don't know what you guys know, and you know we don't always know the why. We just try to find the where, and that's why I can't relate with whatever you're speaking on right now.
Upside down?
The car is upside down, but that's common when a car goes into water because the wheels make it buoyant.
And the windows are closed, probably.
All the windows except for one. Yes.
One's halfway down. Which one? One's all the way down.
So Nick is my diver.
Which window's up or down?
The what was it?
Driver rear.
Driver rear was down, and the passenger rear was halfway.
Is she seatbelted in?
No.
Is she in the driver's seat?
No.
She's not.
No.
She's
in the back?
She's in the back.
Yes.
I would recommend. It's your daughter. This your daughter. Do what you want to do. I would recommend this is not a part of that. This.
See this.
Yeah.
It's going to be my last memory.
I'm Doug. Who are you with? Who are you with?
Detective with Nevada County.
Okay.
I want to be able to confirm everything.
I don't blame the dad for leaving because that would be his last. I don't blame him. So again, it's just how they want to know, was she buckled in? And how he says, was it the grandpa that said she's probably in the front? I plead the fifth says, I'm wondering why the dad didn't call the mom if he knew she was out to eat. They knew AWP didn't have the mom's number, and they called the aunt and grandfather, and grandfather knew. Yeah, they cut out the calls, you guys. So originally in the members only live, they had it where they called aunt and grandma. And they say on that call that they were pretty much the aunt, I believe, was the person of contact for them that they had. Yeah, they are divorced. Delana says that dad did try to call mom, but she missed the call. And I feel like it all just kind of probably got put out kind of quickly afterwards. Yeah, they were divorced. Yeah, she's married again. I know, Sarah, the grandpa pulls at my heartstrings. And definitely, I agree, Scott. Not all people that are exes get along. Sometimes not even during a tragedy. Exactly. And, you know, unfortunately, you got to think about this too. If you already don't have the best relationship and something happens to your child, it can also bring even more anger or something towards the ex. And not only that, you got to remember too, he just learned his daughter is in the water. He just learned that himself. So, and then he just learned she was in the back, no seatbelt, window down, one broken. You know, I can't even imagine what his mind was going, what was going through in his mind. Wasn't it Kylie's dad's father? Wasn't it Kylie's dad's father, her grandpa, that was there with her dad? So it was grandpa and Kylie's dad, her actual dad. That's her dad right there. Her stepdad, I believe he has like a longer, like he has like a long beard, no? I've only seen one interview with him, I believe. And I believe he has like a longer beard. And Carly makes a good point, you guys. She says, yeah, you know, but the aunt and grandma didn't call her either. Or maybe they tried and they couldn't get a hold of her. We don't know. We're just speculating on that. Oh, you know what? I plead the fifth. I see. Okay. So she says, but the grandpa is dad's dad or mom's dad? The investigators told us who that was, and I don't remember. He said it in that interview we listened to. Do you guys remember? I think he said that was mom's dad. Yeah, I think so. I think it was mom's dad. But I know for sure the investigator told us who that was. He clarified in that interview he did who that was. Oh my God, some are saying mom's dad, some are saying it's the dad. Mom's dad. Yeah, I'm almost certain it was mom's dad. Yeah, a lot of you are, see, so a lot of you are saying mom's dad, mom's dad. Yeah, that's what I thought too. But again, if you want to make sure and verify, just go back and it's in that interview that the PI did. Yes, so yes. So the mom's dad was with Kylie's bio dad. Yes. I'm 99% that was mom's dad. Yeah. But that is Kylie's bio dad. Yes. No, I'm almost certain that the PI said, I don't know if I have my notes for that interview here. I think it's in my pink one. It's not right here. Kylie's mom, dad. Yeah. So a lot of you guys are saying Kylie's mom's dad. Yeah. Okay, let me play this part. I'm going to replay it real quick because I just want to watch it again. Hold on. So immediately, you guys can see, immediately when he is done talking to Nick, he immediately gets on the phone and he places the phone call immediately. They cut the phone call off, but immediately he does.
Right there with the red thing?
Yes, sir.
How in the could they have missed it? That's impossible.
And in our investigation coming into this, this is just what we do. We find vehicles underwater. We specialize in it. I don't know what you guys know, and you know we don't always know the why. We just try to find the where, and that's why I can't relate with whatever you're speaking on right now.
Down?
The car is upside down, but that's common when a car goes into water because the wheels make it buoyant.
And the windows are closed, probably.
All of the windows except for one. Yes.
One's halfway down.
Which one?
One's all the way down.
So Nick is my diver.
Which windows up or down?
The what was it?
Driver rear.
Driver rear was down, and the passenger rear was halfway.
Is she seatbelted in?
No.
Is she in the driver's seat?
No.
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 She's
in the back?
She's in the back.
Yes.
I would recommend. It's your daughter. This your daughter. To do what you want to do. I would recommend this is not a part of that. This. Yeah.
It's gonna be
My last driver at County.
I'm Doug. Who are you with? Who are you with?
Detective with Nevada County.
Okay.
I want to be able to confirm everything that.
Yeah, behind me, the buoy under. We see the buoy behind me. 14 feet under the buoy is her vehicle. My diver was able to identify there are remains in the back.
The specialty search and rescue team, Adventures with Purpose, say that they have located the body and vehicle of the missing teen. They say they found Rodni inside her car, which is in just 14 feet of water. The team says they've notified family and law enforcement. Placer County Sheriff's Office will now be taking over the investigation.
She was last seen around midnight at a high school graduation party with more than 100 people. Kiely had texted her mother that night, telling her she would be leaving the party in about 45 minutes, and her mom texted her to be safe and told her she loved her. She said her daughter texted, "Okay, Mom, I love you too." Kylie's silver Honda SUV had never been found until reportedly today.
We believe out of the 200 to 300 juveniles and young adults who were at that party, somebody must know something.
This just into our newsroom. The Nevada County Sheriff Coroner has confirmed the body found in the car that was pulled from Prosser Lake over the weekend is that of missing Truckee teen Kiely Rodni.
She just graduated high school at 16 with high honors. She's so intelligent and beautiful and just such a kind and wonderful person. We just want her home. We're so scared and we miss her so much and we love her so much. And Kiely, we love you. And if you see this, please just come home. I want nothing more than to hug you. we just want her home.
I mean, is that not sad? That's like, oh my gosh. Hold on. I needed to just compose myself for a moment. That's just the saddest thing ever. I feel like it hits different for me because I have a 17-year-old. And the last thing she has with her daughter is, Mom, I'll be home in a little bit on my, and then she says, okay, let me know when you get here, wake me up. And then she's like, okay, love you, Mom. And that's the last she has. It's just, man, you just never know. It's fucking sad. It's sad because whether this was an accident, like they say, AWP says, if this was an accident, it's a little bit, it's sad, but it's a little bit more easier to digest, I feel like. But if this is not an accident and it's foul play, to know that someone might have done this and took your child's life, it's different. It hits different. Wow. So I seen that Delana just sent it. Let me go to Twitter really quick. Hold on. This mom, all their lives are forever changed. This mom's life is forever changed. Her baby's never going to walk in through those doors no more. That's just... let me see where he's at. I think I have him on. Delana, what's the PI's? Why isn't he popping up? I think the aunt released a statement. Hold on, I want to see it. What's the PI's name? What's the PI's name, you guys? Steve. But what's his Twitter name? My mind is just blank. I did, Delana, but I want to be able to just go on Twitter and put it out instead of me screenshotting it and all that. SF. Okay, thank you guys. SF investigates. And what time is it? Oh, I have one getting ready to leave to school right now. All right. Let's look at this. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen. Give me 1 second. Let me stop sharing that. And then let me share this with you guys. Are you leaving yet?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. You're leaving right now?
Yeah.
What time's your class start?
12:20, ready for gas.
Do you need money? Hold on, you guys, really quick. Okay, sorry about that. Let me share my screen with you guys. Here we go. All right. Hey, Sweet Pea. Crazy. Of course she needs money. My daughter, yes, 17. Yeah, she has one class today. Yeah, she's going to school. All right, so it says, let's look at this, you guys. And it says that this is from SF Investigates. Says that Kiely Rodni's grandfather plus aunt asked me as a friend to release the attached statement. Please understand being grateful to AWP for finding Kiely is distinctly separate from the pain caused by false notification and the wild speculation created by released witness interviews. Okay, let me click on this. Okay. Oh, it's terrifying having a 17-year-old because of these cases. It's very, very terrifying. Okay, so this would be statement by David Robinson. This is grandfather to Kiely Rodni. It says, everyone, please stop this madness. Leave us alone. You are hurting our family, Grandpa Robertson. I hope nobody's harassing them. This would be statement by Lori May Herring, aunt to Kiely Rodni. She says, let this be known. Adventures with Purpose never contacted me, Aunt Lori, by phone or email. I returned all missed calls. I found out about my great niece when two friends sent me a text as it was posted on social media by AWP. I received an email from my brother, David Robinson, later that night informing me that she had been found. I am outraged that AWP say they contacted me. Lori May Herring. Well, I'm confused now. I'm confused. We heard the phone call. Was that not Lori? Sleuth Mom, are you in here? I know you're good at sleuthing. I'm confused. We all heard the phone call of him contacting a lady. Maybe it was a different aunt. What do they have on the screen? Carly, are you here? Let me see if Carly's still here. Oh, so Sleuth Mom is saying, so she believes that Lori they spoke to, that AWP spoke with, was actually the stepdad's sister. So are there two Loris in this family then? Maybe that can be it. Is there two Loris? That would make sense, the confusion, you guys. Let me see what Scott's saying. That might, wait, Sarah, that might have been staged, the phone call, or no way the phone call was staged. I don't think you're talking about that. Scott says, I'm sorry, but to throw this out there, you cannot possibly expect a dive team working for free to call everyone individually and separately. Well, they call the person of contact that they have the information with. That's who they're going to contact. So whoever they've been speaking with is who they're going to call and notify. And what I gathered from listening to the Members Only Live, when they do reach out, he states it, Doug states it, something that you are the person of contact, or that the number he had for the person of contact, something in that verbatim. And that's why he contacted her. Okay, so Sleuth Mom is saying there are two Loris in that family. There are two Loris in that family, which they just put on their when they put her name, they just would make sense why people are probably getting it. It just seems like maybe there's just a confusion, you guys. If there's two with the same name in the family, this is just a confusion. And you got to remember too, you guys, the whole family is dealing with the loss and their stages of grief. I sent you another text. Okay, let me see. It's just sad to see it all unfold like this, to be honest with you. It is. Delana, I'm replying back to you. So someone is saying that Jared from AWP just came out. Okay, so yeah, okay, let me see. Sleuth Mom is saying it in chat. Let me see. Okay, let me highlight this. So they spoke with Lori Newman, the stepdad's sister, and the stepdad's mom is the grandma they spoke with. So they spoke with the stepdad's side of the family. And you got to think about it. They're married. Mom is married to husband. They have husband's contact information of it looks like the stepsister. I mean, the stepsister. Yeah, this stepdad's sister. So mom is married and they have the husband's sister's info, and that's who they contacted. This Lori right here, who is she? How is she related to the family? On what side? Do you know, Sleuth Mom? So it looks like this was just a confusion of the Loris. Well, the bio dad was at the lake. Grandpa and bio dad were there with the PI. What channel is he live on? I know, that's what I'm saying. Where? Okay. Okay, so that Lori Herring is a great aunt on the dad's side. Okay. Okay, thank you guys. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do right now, because I don't like to stream when someone's live. I don't like to stream someone else's actual live when they're live literally right now. I feel like I just don't personally do that as a creator to a creator. Once it ends, then the next day, if I want to show a clip, I'll usually do that. But when they're actually streaming, I, as a creator, don't do that. So I do want to see what they are saying. I'm not going to lie. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to end this live. I'm going to end this live right now. And then I might just come back on the weekend, you guys, and do a live stream, because there's photos I want to go over with you guys and have more of a deep discussion. So does that sound good for you guys? How does that sound? I'm sure a lot of you want to watch that interview right now. I do. I want to see what they're saying. Is that okay that I do that? Or, oh, Sarah. Well, as a creator, I wouldn't want someone literally streaming me while I'm actually live. Oh, did you really, Sarah? She says, I used to work for her, Annie. Yes. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to wrap this up. Let's go over to her channel. Let's watch it, because I want to see what's being said. And then we will probably have a live either this weekend if I can crunch one in. If not, we'll get back to it as always on a Monday. So I do want to thank you guys just for being here with me and talking this case, this heartbreaking case. I truly appreciate every single one of you. And make sure on your way out, you hit like. It is free. It costs you guys nothing. And until the next one, I will talk to you guys all soon. All right. Bye, guys.